Okay, we got some fantastic games this week. This is a week that I think I've probably been looking forward to for a long time. It's gonna be terrifying. It's gonna be ooh, it's gonna be tense. Playoffs are almost here. What is up, everyone? What's going on? My name is Matthew Leininger. House Seahawks here, and today, Week 15 NFL picks. We're doing these once again. And last week I did pretty good once again. I didn't do as quite as good as I did before. I went 10-3. Got a couple games wrong. Not a lot of them were big surprises. I did pick Tennessee over Jacksonville. Apparently Will Levis is worse than Mac Jones. What was another one I got wrong? I got the Bills and Rams wrong, but I feel like a good chunk of people did. And then I stupidly picked the Bears over the 49ers. Not making that mistake again. The Bears are they're not a good team. So so I went 10-3, and that brings my overall record up to 144-64. I think this is probably the best picks I've had in maybe ever though, but it's been pretty good for me. So no more bye weeks though. We have all played 13 games, and let's get right into week 15. Just as I said, week 15 probably has just about everything. It has playoff implications. It has some fantastic primetime games. It's got a tank bowl in here though. There's gonna be some really great matchups this week. I'm very, very excited to check it out. So first of all, you have the Rams and the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. This is a bit of an interesting one though, because the 49ers usually have the Rams number, and the 49ers looked really, really good against the Chicago Bears. But then again, it is the Chicago Bears. But meanwhile, the Rams, their offense looked amazing. Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford going off against the Buffalo Bills, which we thought had a really good defense, though apparently not. Though it was at the candidate for the game of the year, potentially. And if it is, well, Buffalo lost it again. I do think this game will be closer than what some people think, though. The 49ers usually play the Rams really tough, though. I'm going to go with the Rams, though. I will be rooting for the 49ers because I need the Rams to lose. Please, please lose. I'm afraid week 18 is going to be. I'm afraid week 18 is going to come down to the Seahawks and the Rams, and I really don't want that. But I am picking the Rams. I think they're going to win, but I'm going to go with the 4. I'm sorry. I'm picking the Rams to win, but I'm going with the 49ers. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cleveland Browns. The Kansas City Chiefs, well, they did it again. They found out another sloppy and way to win a game, donking the kick off the upright, though. Just Kansas City football nowadays is very boring, though. Meanwhile, the Browns, well, they lost the Steelers, though. Jameis Winston throwing a couple interceptions, though. Of course, throwing some nice passes, too. But basically, that's kind of what you get with Jameis Winston, though. This is most likely going to be a really close game because Kansas City Chiefs, all of their games are close, though. I do think there is a slight chance that Cleveland could win, though. I know that sounds crazy, though. But when Jameis Winston is on, though, he is hard to stop, although he will throw multiple interceptions in a game, though. I mean, look what he did against the Broncos defense. We thought the Broncos defense was good. However, I can't pick against the Chiefs right now. They're just grinding out all these games, playing all these low scoring, uninspiring games though. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs though, and yeah, they're gonna get the win. Then you got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. And first of all, I just want to say for the Bengals, congratulations! You actually Joe Burrow finally played a really good game, and you didn't lose because, yeah. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs, though. But, Meanwhile, they're going up against the Tennessee Titans. The Titans losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tennessee there, you're looking at that number 1 overall pick right now. Maybe Shedeur Sanders right now because Will Levis, he just does not look like he's it, though. Basically all he's done this year is just created memes and just been super inconsistent, though. I'm going to go with the Bengals, though. I do love that Bengals offense. I love Joe Burrow. I love Ja'Marr Chase. That offense is incredible. Chase Brown's getting it going now. But their defense is just not good, and hopefully they can maybe move on from some of these coaches because they're just not very good. Then you have the Washington Commanders at the New Orleans Saints. The Washington Commanders coming off of a bye, and the New Orleans Saints beating the New York Giants. The Commanders got back on track 2 weeks ago, beating the crap out of the Tennessee Titans. Though Jayden Daniels looked a lot more healthy, though. And also, Jayden Daniels will have a whole nother bye week to kind of heal up from his rib injury, though. I'm going to go with the Commanders in this one, though. I know the Saints have been a little bit better ever since Dennis Allen got fired, but Derek Carr is injured once again. I'm willing to bet it's out for the year, and I just don't think the Saints are a good team without Derek Carr. But then again, I don't even think they're that good even with him, though. So give or take, though. But I'm pretty sure the Commanders are going to win. They're going to inch closer to the playoffs, which is definitely what we all predicted. Commanders making the playoffs. I'm just kidding. No one predicted that. Then, oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Well, next is the Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants. Ugh. Oh dear. Well, the Baltimore Ravens are coming off of a bye. They're coming off of a not so good loss against the Eagles, and the Giants are competing for that number 1 overall pick. Oh wait, I actually forgot that the Giants have one less win than the Titans. Well, they're about to get a 12th loss because I think the Ravens are going to absolutely kill them, and I don't think Drew Lock or Tommy DeVito is going to help at all. So, Ravens are going to win. Then you got this might be a very interesting game coming up, though. You have the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. So the Cowboys. Oh boy, yeah, you blew that game against the Bengals. Congratulations. Yeah, that blocked punt, not good. Meanwhile, the Panthers. Panthers lost again. Apparently, they still have a 1% chance of making the playoffs, which is kind of weird, though. And you know what? Bryce Young is not doing too bad right now. They kept it close against the Philadelphia Eagles, though. And that's actually really impressive because I was actually really scared about what the Eagles were going to do to Bryce Young. He didn't look too bad, and hey, if Xavier Leggett was able to make that catch, though, maybe we're talking about the Panthers upsetting the Eagles. Boy, that would have been crazy, though. This game could really go either way, though. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys in this one, but I would not at all be surprised if the Panthers pull it out, though. But I'm pretty sure whoever loses are eliminated. But then again, none of these teams are gonna make the playoffs anyway, so oh well. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers win, though. But it is nice that Bryce Young is playing a little bit better. Here's our tank bowl right here. You got a nice little tank bowl right here. You got the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jets. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers was not your savior, though. You have been eliminated from the playoffs for the 14th straight year, although Aaron Rodgers did look good in that game, throwing for over 300 yards. Garrett Wilson, over 100 yards receiving, along with Davante Adams. It's just that your defense wasn't very good. So, yeah, congratulations, though. I actually had your defense on fantasy and did not help me whatsoever. Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they beat the Titans, but just no one's gonna remember that game, though. I don't even think Mac Jones even had his best game, though. But whatever, though. I'm gonna go with the Jets. The fact that Aaron Rodgers did look pretty good against the Dolphins, though, is enough for me to pick them right now. But yeah, the goal for this game is to lose. So basically, the winner. And there's not really gonna be much going for them, but Jets are going to win. No one's really going to care about this game, but it's a tank bowl. Then, this should maybe be a pretty good game, though. You have the Miami Dolphins at the Houston Texans, though. This is probably one of our trickier games to predict this week, though. The Miami Dolphins offense looked pretty darn good against the New York Jets. They did go toe-to-toe with them a little bit, but Tua leading them on 2 clutch drives, though. Tyreek Hill having a nice game, finally. Though Jonnu Smith coming up clutch near the end. For some reason, Jonnu Smith is actually good now. I don't really know when that happened, though. I actually don't know when he showed up, though. Meanwhile, the Texans are still having offensive line problems, play calling issues. CJ Stroud's in a bit of a slump right now, which is really sad because I really love CJ Stroud. But this is a very tricky game to predict, though, because I feel like both of these teams, they have a lot of potential, but they're not exactly getting put forward, though. I'm going to go with the Texans, mostly because they're coming off of a bye week, though. but I'm not really saying that with a lot of confidence. I could see Miami pulling this off. Though. I mean, Houston lost to Tennessee a couple weeks ago, so if they can lose to Tennessee, they can lose to Miami. So we're gonna go with the Texans in this one. Then you got the Indianapolis Colts at the Denver Broncos. The Indianapolis Colts. What did they do last week? Were they on a bye? Let me check. They were on a bye last week. What did they do the week before? Oh, that's right. They beat the Patriots. Anthony Richardson coming up impressive, though. So I mean, hey, that's nice though. Um, I mean, the Colts, their receivers are still not really catching anything though, and they still need to draft. They definitely need to develop Anthony Richardson a little bit more. But Anthony Richardson does have a ton of potential, and I really love the potential of him though. But the Colts really do need to draft, do need to develop it though. They should still roll with Richardson next year though. Just yeah. And then meanwhile, the Denver Broncos. Yeah, I think this. I think the Broncos are going to make the playoffs. That's kind of a weird thing to say, though. Denver's pretty good right now. Usually their defense is really good. Their defense did not look good against the Cleveland Browns, although he did get a couple interceptions, though. And then meanwhile, Bo Nix is looking real good. He's making a case for Offensive Rookie of the Year, which is something I did not see that coming, though. But hey, good for Bo Nix and good for the Broncos, though. I mean, it's finally glad you got some hope, though. I'm gonna say you're gonna win again. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can go toe to toe with someone in the playoffs. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Broncos are gonna pull this one out. Now this game, no one's gonna care about this game at all. You got the Buffalo Bills of the Detroit Lions. Oh man, what a boring game this is gonna be. No. I'm just kidding though. This maybe could be a Super Bowl preview. This game should be absolutely incredible. It's the game I'm going to be watching, though there's so much stakes in this game right now. The Buffalo Bills losing a shootout to the Los Angeles Rams. Not Josh Allen's fault. Believe me, he got me 51 points in fantasy. That is what I'm talking about. He got 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing. He was absolutely insane out there. It's just that their defense wasn't really good. So if you're worried about what the lines, if you're worried, if you didn't like how the Bills defense went against the Rams defense, you may want to shut your eyes because you're going up against the Detroit Lions. This one has the candidate to be the game of the year. It could be just as high scoring. I'm super excited for this game. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. I could see Buffalo pulling it out though, but the reason why I'm going to go with the Lions is because that Lions offense has so many weapons, though. I think it's better than the Rams, although the Rams offense is really good, though. It has a ton of potential, though. But this is going to be a very tough game for the Buffalo Bills, though. But I'm kind of predicting that these two teams are just going to throw their defenses out the window and just say, screw it, let's just score a bunch of points. This game is going to be absolutely incredible, but I'm going to go with the Lions to win. Then, you know what, this is actually going to be another great game, too. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised they're putting these games like parallel to each other, with I'm being honest. So, meanwhile, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Philadelphia Eagles. This should be another great game. It's the Battle of Pennsylvania, though. Kenny Pickett is playing against his former team. Well, he's most likely not going to play, though. But yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Russell Wilson cooking again, though. Coming, they looked pretty good against the Cleveland Browns. Defense got some turnovers, though, and that offense did enough as it is. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles played it very, very close against Carolina. So, yeah, is that the most inspiring? I don't know, but the Eagles got the win either way, so that's really all that matters. So, this should be another great game, and I think it could go either way, though. I do think the Steelers' offense is going to struggle against that Eagles' defense, though. Hopefully, the Eagles' offense will also show up against the Steelers' defense, though. But I'm not sure if this is going to be like a okay. I don't think it's going to be like a high-scoring game, but I could see maybe both team. I could see the game being like a 31-27, something like that, though. But I also think it could be a defensive shootout where I think it could be something like 13-10, something like that. I think the offenses will do enough, though. But this should also be another great game. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles in this game, though. But Man, this is another game I'm super excited for as well. Okay, well, the excitement was good while it lasted. Now we have the New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals. Patriots coming off of a bye; they have been eliminated from the playoffs though. But hey, Drake May, he's doing all right. I really like Drake May a lot though. He's doing pretty good for the Patriots. The Cardinals, yeah, you've lost 3 straight games after your bye week though. It's kind of looking like your playoff hopes are kind of done for, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately. You're welcome. Actually, I don't really think they're thanking us right now. If anything, they're really upset right now. Yeah, well, honestly, Arizona, this is the way you're feeling right now. Why can't we beat the Seahawks? That's kind of how we felt against the 49ers, though. Although, hopefully, our streak will not end. Hopefully. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals in this one, though. I do think the Cardinals. I think they're a solid team. I just don't think they're a great team, though. I just don't think they're quite there yet, though. But yeah, Patriots. Honestly, if you're the Patriots, just keep on losing though, because hopefully you can get Drake May, a nice wide receiver, or maybe an offensive lineman. So we'll have to wait and see. Then you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers struggling against the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know. That was kind of weird. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, they pulled it out in the end, though, and yeah, they have now taken the top spot in the NFC South since Atlanta is not collapsing and they're not doing very good right now. Meanwhile, the Chargers lost to the Chiefs, but don't feel bad. I mean, most teams lose to them unless you're the Bills in the regular season, not the playoffs. Prove me wrong, Buffalo. I'm gonna go with the Chargers though. The Chargers were missing some pieces on offense though. I don't think they're gonna quite get J.K. Dobbins back though, but they could get Ladd McConkey back though. They're definitely gonna need him against the Buccaneers though. I think this could be another good game though, but obviously nowhere near as good as some of our other games we got coming up. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers to pull this one out. Oh boy, I see this as a heart attack game in the making. You got the Green Bay Packers visiting the Seattle Seahawks. Oh boy. This one is going to be tough for the Seahawks, though. The Green Bay Packers losing a heartbreaking game against the Detroit Lions, though. Jordan Love. Jordan Love looked pretty good in the second half, though. Their offense was able to get going, though. But the Packers overall lost. Their defense did really struggle against the Lions. So, meanwhile, you have the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks, they keep getting it done. They are still atop of the NFC West, though. We got a 4-game winning streak going on, but this is going to be an extremely tough game. And honestly, I actually have a hard time picking who's going to win because I do think there's multiple factors that can get thrown out, though. I do fear that Jordan Love, well, actually, I don't really fear this. I hope, though. But from a Packers standpoint, though, well, I'm a Seahawks fan, but from a Packers point of view, I could see this Packers offense struggling against our defense, though. We have been forcing a lot of turnovers, and I know Jordan Love has been interception free for a while, but I wouldn't be surprised if he throws a couple interceptions, though. Meanwhile, meanwhile, I think the Seahawks offensive line is going to struggle against this Packers defense, though. The Packers defense is a little bit inconsistent, but we were finally able to get a run game going with Zach Charbonnet, though. Jordan Love is not a quarterback we should underestimate, though. But then, meanwhile, if you give the ball to Geno Smith in the last couple minutes of the game and was basically, hey, Geno, give us a drive, though, I trust Geno to actually give us that drive. He can be extremely clutch in that fourth quarter, though, especially if it's like, hey, it's like run out the clock. Especially if it's like, hey, run out the clock. Or basically be like, hey, like, give us a drive, a game-winning, game-time drive, though. And also, Green Bay has a long history of struggling in Seattle. With that being said, I unfortunately am going to go with the Green Bay Packers, though. It's probably going to be a heart attack game, and I'm going to go with the Packers to win, but I want the Seahawks to win. Go Seahawks. Let's get a what? I got an idea. You know what would be so awesome for this game? The Packers are up by 12 in the last little bit of the game, and we're able to come back. We're able to take the lead, and then Green Bay ties it up. We send it to overtime. Green Bay gets the ball first, but they kick a field goal. And then meanwhile, Geno's driving. He's driving. And then on the last play of the game, Geno throws up a prayer. And it's caught by Jackson Smith. Well, it's intercepted by Jaire Alexander, assuming he plays. And then Jackson Smith was going to rip the ball out of his hands and score a touchdown, and we got a 2014 NFC Championship game and a Hail Mary game in the same way, and Green Bay will never forgive us for it, and Tom Grossi's going to come back to Seattle angry. And then I'll just laugh. But, I mean, that would be a heart attack game, but I think Green Bay's going to pull this one out. And I'm going to give the win to Green Bay. Then we got a Monday night doubleheader, though. First game, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. The Bears, well, that was a horrible decision picking against them, though. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the Bears' offense is extremely inconsistent, though. Their play calling is terrible. I mean, you're most likely going to get new coaches next year, and their defense is not particularly good either, though. Now, meanwhile, the Vikings, wow, Sam Darnold, he went off. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison were incredible. He scored 6 touchdowns, and this could be a very long day for this Bears defense, though. However, this is NFC North football, so it's probably going to be close. Most of our NFC North matchups have been extremely close, though. The Bears and Vikings played a couple weeks ago, and it was actually a really close game where Chicago nearly came back, though. Maybe we'll get something of the same. I'm going to predict probably not, though. But I am going to say the Vikings are going to win, though. I mean, I think the Vikings are clearly the better team, though. And even if they make the 5 seed, they are an extremely dangerous 5 seed, and they will not be an easy out in the playoffs. And it would definitely be really cool to have a couple NFC North battles in the NFC. That would be extremely, extremely fun. But Vikings are going to win. Why is this game on... What the wow, okay. Well, this game's most likely not going to be fun. You have the Atlanta Falcons at the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sorry, why? This game is not going to be fun. The Falcons are on a slump right now. Their offense is not looking good, though. Their defense is struggling right now. I mean, I don't know who did it. Okay, I'm not sure who did it, but that coverage they gave Justin Jefferson, where the guy looks behind, just falls down. Ugh, that was bad. Meanwhile, the Raiders. Well, I mean, the Raiders were eliminated 2 weeks ago, but now Aiden O'Connell is out for the year with a bruised knee, which means it's Ridder time. Their third string quarterback, because your other two are out for the year. I'm going with the Falcons in this one. This does not look like a fun matchup at all. I mean, if the Bears and Vikings are close, I'll check out that game, but Falcons Raiders is not going to be fun. And if the Falcons lose, maybe we need to see some firings around, because the fact that Atlanta has just lost 4 straight and they've lost their grip on the division is really embarrassing, though, and it's not looking good for them. And they're kind of 28-3 this, so congratulations, Atlanta. It's not looking too good for you. But I will say Atlanta is going to win, and if the Chargers beat the Bucks, Atlanta retakes the lead in the South. Interesting. But then again, I do think that whoever is going to win that division is just going to get destroyed against anyone playing the NFC North, because the NFC North is insane this year. So those are my picks, though. This one definitely went a lot longer, but this is a big week. A lot of big games. It's most likely going to be very thrilling, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Sunday. But I definitely have a scenario where on how this week can go, and hopefully it goes the way I want it to, because my fantasy sure did, because I made the playoffs. Woohoo! Yay! Yep, it definitely helps when you got Josh Allen, and then the other guy that needs to lose had to go up against Jamar Chase and Puka Nacua. So I'm in, baby. So yeah. So those are my picks, though. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And yeah, like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys sometime later. Bye.